Go Cats, go, baby. How the hell are we doing, Florida fans? How are we doing? Edmonton fans, how are you doing today? Welcome back to It's About Hockey. I'm Mason, and yes, today we're talking about Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. If you're new to my channel, and if you're a Florida Panthers fan, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, because we're covering this series and a whole lot of other stuff going into the summer and the playoff and next year's season and in the playoffs. But thanks for watching. This is a good one. This was a great game from the Florida Panthers. This is Florida hockey. If you aren't accustomed to how the Florida Panthers play, or haven't been paying attention to how the Florida Panthers play last year and pretty much all this year, this is what you can expect. And I love it. I'm a hockey fan first, so I can appreciate the kind of game that the Florida Panthers play. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people want to cry about it, want to make all these comparisons about how they're a dirty team and how certain players are dirty players. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. But I freaking love it. This is the playoffs, man. You want some choir boys to sing you a song and play by the rules and do everything nice. Hockey ain't for you. Go watch tennis, go play golf, or go watch golf, whatever. This is hockey, and this is playoff hockey. It is a different animal, and I love it. So without blabbering on too much, let's talk about the game, shall we? Panthers defeat Oilers in Game 2 of Cup Final, extend series lead. Go Cats, go, baby. We're going to talk about the facts really quick, because I'm going to jump into some goals and jump into some of the dirty stuff. Yes, there was some dirty stuff. Finally, it's happened, and we're going to talk about it. Facts are Florida outshot Edmonton 29-19. First period, Edmonton, where were you? They only had 4 shots in the first period. I believe they only had, I think how many shots they had, 5-on-5 was like 1, I think it was 1 shot. There's a stat out there. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember their 5-on-5 shots were not great. I think it was like 5 total in the game. So not great. Looking at the second period, again, where were you? Weren't there. 13-3 or 3-13. And then they finally woke up late in the third period. Face-offs, let's call it 46-54. Power play, 0 for 4 for the Edmonton Oilers, and 1 for 6. Finally, Florida's gotten through on their power play, have finally broken Edmonton's penalty kill, finally getting on the board. Penalty minutes, 45-12. A lot of nasty stuff tonight. No shocker there. We had Warren Fogle get kicked out of the game for a knee-on-knee collision. We will get to that at a certain point in this video. Hits 30-37. Overall, physical game from both teams. Great game. Great game on the hitting side of things. Again, the chippiness and dirtiness, I love it. We had evident tonight that it was there. Edmonton is fighting to stay alive in this series, and it's hurting them a little bit. It's not their game. Like I've said in my last video, Florida, this is their game. Edmonton is not playing theirs. They're having to play up, and I don't think it's helping them whatsoever. Giveaways, Edmonton 17 to Florida 16. Takeaways the big one tonight or last night, 14-4. Oh yeah, and that's how we the final score 1-4 or 4-1, however you want to view it. 3 stars of the game last night. Evan Rodriguez, let's go, boy. Stick taps for the buddy, for Roddy. Lundell getting the 2nd star, and then Sergei Bobrovsky. No shocker there. Dude is playing possessed. Love it. We're gonna talk about some goals, and we're gonna talk about some of the rough stuff that happened last night. So let's do that. Let's jump into goal number 1. Goal number 1. Power play, or I'm sorry, 4-on-4 opportunity. Edmonton plays great 4-on-4. It's no secret. They actually scored a goal here, 4-on-4. First shot of the game. Bobrovsky taking a little bit of a play out of Stuart Skinner's playbook. I don't like it, but it happens. And he actually let this go through 5 hole. First time he's done it, I think, the playoffs. So we'll look at it here. Again, 4-on-4. Don't know why Florida has 3 men below the dot. Not a great look. Not a great look. And this is what happens. We get a cool breakout going up here. You guys are playing from behind, trying to back check. You guys look gassed already. And you got Ekholm and Draisaitl coming down, splitting 2-on-1 pretty much. And then Ekholm just puts it 5-hole. Sergei Bobrovsky thought he had it. You can tell by his reaction. Oh, there it is. It's in the back of the net. Yeah. Surprised him. Surprised a lot of us because he hasn't let anything go in his 5-hole for quite some time. Knocking on wood. But that's goal number 1. Goal number 2. This one, this one was a little interesting because it was almost an own goal from Nico Mikkola here. I'll let it play a little bit here. He does a little backhand spinorama trying to go off the back off the backboards behind Bobrovsky, but it actually hits Bobrovsky in the stick or in his low pads, however you want to view it. Very dangerous. Very dangerous, but it happens sometimes. And then we get the good breakout coming out here. Neutral zone is looking pretty even at this point. You can see, you wouldn't think this was going to turn into a goal. If I was looking at this play like I did in real time, I thought this was going to be a dump and chase because it seemed like this is a perfect dump and chase scenario. You got 3-on-3 in the neutral zone, dump it down, get it in the zone, work your cycle. So this looks like a perfect right here. This is a perfect dump and chase scenario right here, or put it on net. But Lundell takes it wide, and he's got Nikola trailing behind right back here. Perfect setup, go wide, take him wide. I don't know what Connor Brown is doing here. He's kind of in a pickle, like, to be honest. You can either take the slot or you can take the pass. Either way, he's screwed. And then what does Nikola do? One-timer, low glove on Stuart Skinner. Beautiful goal. Desharnais on this one. Right here, he's the defender here. The only thing I can see him doing in this situation is one, he screwed just as much. He could step up on this dump right there. He could have stepped up, but then he leaves Lundell wide open to go back to the slot. So that could be a give and go. Either way, shitty situation for Edmonton in this situation. So we're tied game. We're tied up, and then we get to Evan Rodriguez's goal here. Oh, Evan Bouchard did not have a good game, and we're going to look at exactly what I mean by that. The dump and wrap around right here. It comes around to Evan Rodriguez. Perfect setup for Edmonton's defense right here. This looks great. This is beautiful. If you're playing a defensive game, this is what you want to see. Clog up the middle, take away the passing lane. Evan Rodriguez really has nothing to do here. He will let it play. Try to dump it to the slot. Sticks in lanes. That's what happens. That's what you want. But then Evan Bouchard gets the puck right here. And look what he does. I don't know what the hell that was. Edmonton Oilers fans, I know this one bugs you guys because he just gave it right back to Evan Rodriguez. He didn't try to flip it. He didn't try to possess the puck at all. He just wanted to throw right back to him. Little one-touch pass. Let's look at it again. Right back to Evan Rodriguez. What does he do? Thank you very much. Top cheese right over the shoulder. Bad look for Edmonton last night. Defensively, Evan Bouchard not having a great game. Again, Evan Bouchard on this one, and Evan Rodriguez again. Look what Bouchard doesn't do correctly. He's right here. We got coming down the point is a Lundell again, right here. What should you do in this situation? If you're a defenseman, you live for moments like this. This is the perfect opportunity right here to throw a hip check, a body check, a check in general to knock someone off the puck. What does Evan Bouchard do? A little cross check into the hip of Lundell. Doesn't do anything to Lundell. Rodriguez crashed the net, tip in right over the glove, or right under the glove of Stuart Skinner. Bad look again. Not looking great. And then we get the empty net goal from Aaron Ekblad. And then we get into the rough stuff. We'll get to the rough stuff, but we have to shout out Sergei Bobrovsky last night. Dude is playing bananas. 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 All right. Save percentage last night, .947. 1 goal against. He hasn't let in 2 goals since the last game, or not the last game. Well, the last game at the Rangers on May 30th. Dude is playing I've said Conn Smythe already. He has my vote for Conn Smythe if they win it. Knocking on wood, but if they win it, Conn Smythe has got to go Sergei Bobrovsky for me. Stuart Skinner, on the other hand, you gotta see who's playing against, who he's playing across from. This I don't put this game on Stuart Skinner at all. I put it on the Edmonton Oilers team as a whole. You left Stewie high and dry with some of those clear outs from Evan Bouchard or lack of the clear outs. It's a rough look, but the rough stuff last night, that's what we're here to talk about. Warren Foegele. I don't know what you're really doing. Darnell Nurse is already injured in this game, early in the game. He only had like 4 minutes last night, almost 4 minutes. You're down a player already. You're relying on Desharnais a little bit because he got called up and scratched Cody Ceci. Evander Kane is injured already. So it's kind of like how many bodies are going to be left to play against the Panthers. And right now it's looking like Edmonton is just doing the Panthers a favor by taking stupid penalties like this. Warren Foegele got a 5-minute major and a game misconduct on this. Knee on knee. I don't want to hear any Edmonton Oilers fans saying this was unintentional. You stick your knee out like this right here. We'll get to it. Knee is sticking out. And you're going against Lusterinen, who had a leg issue last year in the final. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think this is a little intentional here. Well, the hit is intentional. I don't know if it's intentional on the player, but I want to say it is. You do this, you're going to get tossed out of the game. It wasn't the first one. Sam Bennett did it as well. I think Sam Bennett's was more of a hockey play than it was intentional. I think this was definitely intentional, but I don't have a highlight of Sam Bennett's, but I'll let you do your Google search and find one and let me know what you think. But that right there, dirty stuff. I love the dirty stuff. Just don't like the people who can take out of the game, out of the series. And then we get Barkov's. This one right here, I honestly, I don't have so much an issue with it at all. I think this was just a hockey play. I think because Barkov got knocked out of the game, there's and who it is. If this was anybody else, I don't think we're talking about it like we are today. Draisaitl just trying to take away the body, throwing some chippiness, some dirtiness here and there. It happens every single play. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your views are on the NHL. There's dirty shit happening everywhere. Go watch all the behind the scenes stuff on HBO and any other series you can find. There's dirty stuff everywhere. Go listen to any podcast. Players talk about doing dirty shit every single game. He just happened to get caught on this one. He got a 2-minute penalty for roughing. Should have been an elbow. Could have been a major. I would have liked to see it been called a major and they have a review. But the NHL's player safety are going to look at this. We think it's like 1 o'clock my time, almost 2 o'clock my time. Haven't heard anything about it yet, so we'll see. But yeah, the elbow to Sasha Barkov's face, Alexander Barkov's face, knocked him out of the game. It didn't look like super rough. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, it doesn't look like it's anything crazy. That's why I was like, he got an elbow in the face, deal with it. But he got knocked out of the game, right on the jaw. Concussion, maybe player safety or the spotter called him out to see if he had concussion, go into concussion protocol. Either way, I'm not super pissed at Draisaitl for doing this. You got to do what you got to do to win in the Stanley Cup Finals. Like, your opinion on a player or your opinion if you're a player, the opinions of others do not really matter to you at this point. You're trying to win the cup, the hardest trophy to win in any sport. I will take that all day long. If I'm a player, I will throw an elbow at you if it means my name's gonna be on the cup. That's how Draisaitl is viewing it. I know that's how he's viewing it because he's not a dirty player. He just threw a dirty hit on this one, and I can't fault him for that. So it sucks that Barkov got taken out of the game, but if he comes back, then no harm, no foul, in my opinion. It just means for a better Game 3 in Edmonton, in my opinion. The one I do have a problem with is this one right here. We got Sam Carrick on Kulikov here. I couldn't find a video on YouTube anywhere, but we're looking at Gino Hard right here. This is the spear between Kulikov's legs. Carrick got rocked before this. We'll let it play from the beginning. Here we go. Watch Carrick right here get just annihilated by Kulikov. Boom. I love that. Give me more of that all day long. But also, don't be a pussy about it, all right? You're playing hockey. Like, you got ran over, There's no need to do this. We'll get to it here. Here's between the legs. Watch. This is a perfect lineup. This is not innocent by any means. I don't care who you are. This is not innocent. Boom. Right where the mommy daddy button is. Right there. Just right between the legs. Twig and berries. That hurts. Yeah. Right in front of the linesman too. Here we go again. Oh, that hurts. I don't care, man. Like I've that's happened to me. You wear a cup, you still feel those. They hurt pretty bad. But again, dirty stuff. I'm here for it. Don't really appreciate this one, so to speak, because I've got one of those and it hurts. So yeah, game 2 wrap up. Beautiful game from the Florida Panthers. Edmonton Oilers, they have got an uphill battle for sure. They do. You're down some players. You got some injuries there. Florida seems to be fine. We don't know about Barkov just yet. I don't know. I haven't checked my Twitter feed yet. So we don't know if he's going to be out or not. But if he is out, expect more of the same. If you knock out Florida's captain, they're not going to sit back on that. They're going to come at you. But if Barkov is in, expect more of the same. But yeah, that overall great game in my opinion, for sure. But we do have some breaking news. As I just scrolled over, I just saw right now that the Edmonton Oilers have signed a player, or have called up a player to the Stanley Cup playoffs in Game 3. I've never heard of this guy. Maybe you guys have. Dwayne Gretzky. Never heard of him. Seems like he is the only hope for the Edmonton Oilers going into Game 3 in Edmonton. Will he make a difference? I don't know. Who's he replacing? I don't know. Maybe Evander Kane. Don't know. We're going to have to find out and see how this scene goes. But kid looks like a stud. Solid stats. Pretty crazy numbers. But we'll see how he does. I don't know. Little humor. I know. We got to make this thing light. We got to have some fun with it. But yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, please consider hitting that like button. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, we're covering this series. And then I got some fun stuff planned in the summer and going into next year. So far, everything has been good. It's been golden. It's been great. I appreciate all the likes, all the follows, all the fun stuff. But let me know what you guys thought about Game 2. Let me know about the dirtiness. Do you guys agree with it? Do you guys care about it? I personally love it. Just don't go overboard and don't be, throwing sticks between legs. That's not cool. But anything else, I'm for it. Let's do it. But yeah, let's do it one more time for the Florida Panthers, man. That was a hell of a game. Peace out, boys. Catch you in Game 3.